Good morning, Tony Dottino. Still enjoying a few days off here at New Smyrna Beach in Florida. And we've got rain coming in for the weekend, so this may be our last day to enjoy the beach and splash in the water and be safe before the storms come in and things go a little bit crazy. But as I've had the chance to be here and catch up on some of my reading, as we did finish the 26th USA Memory Championship last Saturday, August 23rd, had a chance to catch up on some of the reading, and I just love some of the things that they're talking about, meaning living longer. So as life expectancy is grown over the last 50 years, recently, the U.S. life expectancy may have turned around and gone the other way a little bit. But the important thing is as we've gotten older, and science has continued to find things that we can do to live a healthier, longer life, it becomes important that humans, people, realize there are things that we can do to improve our, let me turn this a little bit, that we can improve our aging, and we can live well and live better. And it always reminds me of work I did with the hospital system here, who had a program called Healthy 100. And as we had an opportunity of talking with families and people in the hospital that were looking at what is it like to be a Healthy 100, the biggest issue and concern that people had in living longer and a better life was maintaining their mental functions, their mental capacities, their cognitive fitness. And over the last 10 years, there has been so much that has been published, so many science projects that have been established and created that talk about the importance of factors like cognitive fitness and what things you can do to improve that fitness or maintain it, that it gives us a hope that says, okay, so living to 100, as life expectancies are growing for centaurians, excuse me, uh, what do we do to maintain our mental health? So we've done a lot of work on that. And Michael Dottino has done a significant amount of work on that, and really working with a group of people in a memory course, in a course at the YMCA here in Dr. Phillips, Florida, where we've had the opportunity of sharing these things with a group of people that have the early stages of dementia, and or with family members that are like, we don't want to go through that. We'd like to, is there something we can do to avoid it? And some of the recent science is saying, my goodness, there are activities you can engage in that can prolong or push it out if you're subjected to it, or even if you're not. These are things that can keep your brain sharp. So whether you're worried about dementia or not, there are things that you can do that keep you sharp. And so the battle goes on. Is it crossword puzzles? Is it dancing? Is it music? What is it that does it? And one of the things that gets overlooked quite a bit is the importance of what are some of the things you can do to improve your memory. And so this whole world of cognitive function, cognitive fitness, gets a little bit cloudy when you try to pull out, so what are those nuggets? And so you see a lot about crossword puzzles, you see a lot about playing games. And the question becomes, gee, if I'm playing games and doing crossword puzzles, is that helping my memory? Though it may be helping your cognitive fitness. And so there's this gray area in there between, well, I want to be cognitively fit, I want to be aware, I want to remember things, I want to stay focused on where I put my car keys, where did I park my car, who are my family members, what are the names of the people that I meet. Through the work that we've done over the last 30 years, and the work that I've done over the last 30 years, to be more specific, I've had this passion and this desire to say, people, there are so many things that you can do to build your memories. And there are skills that you can learn and practice and deploy that help you with remembering the names of people that you meet. if that's important to you. And what we've learned since then is it's very important in terms of the social connections you make, the conversations that you have with people, and not feeling that you're isolated or alone. And so over the last 10 years at least, the science has come back and said being lonely, isolated, feeling that you're in a lost soul and that there's no purpose, it can cut your life expectancy by years. So remembering people's names and faces, and most people don't make that connection. See, gee, if I can remember their names and faces, boy, that's the first part of a conversation I can have. That maintains and builds those social connections and those relationships. It builds a level of respect. It builds a level of trust and confidence in the fact that somebody cares about me, and I care about them. And so it's a two-way street in terms of you remembering their names and they remembering yours, and how you can do that. So there are times when I introduce myself to people. My name is Tony. Think of me going to New York when I'm not in Florida. So my name is Tony. Now I go through, my last name is Dottino. I say, okay, see one of those Indian dots on the front of my head? I love to play golf, so there's a golf tee on the end of my nose. My last name is Dottino. And so people laugh at that, but boy, when I meet people I haven't seen in a while, they know I'm Tony Dottino, the guy that goes to New York, that has the, and they remember those things. And so I help them to remember my name, and then I want to do the same in terms of learning more about their name and breaking it up into segments. So there's a skill in developing and remembering how you talk to people, which builds social interaction, which we now find is extremely important. Another skill that we learn and we can teach is how to remember numbers. Now, most people today, they pick up their cell phone. Hey, you know what? I just put all the numbers that I stick into my phone. I don't have to remember numbers. And is there a detrimental consequence to that that has an impact on our mental memories, our cognitive functions? And so I'm not saying that you have to become a USA memory champion to remember people's phone numbers or digits in an address or dollars in your checkbook or how much is on your credit card balances. But there are some fundamental skills that you can have some fun with in terms of linking images to numbers and digits and then creating stories. And it's amazing then how people can remember the important things in their life, like an address, a phone number, and what a difference it makes if you're sitting with a group of people and you're just rattling off numbers that you can remember of their phone numbers, maybe their address, and again, building what? The connection to social interaction. How about a list of things to do? We go through the Roman room technique and the loci method, as they may call it, and how you may remember a list of items that you need to get done in a week or at work, or a grocery list. Again, I always tell people, okay, a lot of people write down their grocery list and then mark them off. Try learning your grocery list in your mental state. You may want to continue to have your list with you just to sure, but what I'm working on is their cognitive fitness. How do I build their functions in their memory so that when they're reading something that's important, the policy for maybe an insurance or a policy that they may be working at in their professional jobs, they remember the key words and the key thoughts that are being conveyed in the reading that they're doing. And so all of these things come together. We put them together in a course online, the 6 key factors of long-term memory health. And we also have maximized memory mastery, both on our online under the USA Memory Championship under training. And it just helps people to practice and exercise that which is up here, as well as what they should be doing in the gym, because exercising your muscles, your airwaves, aerobic activities, and your flexibility are equally important things that one should be focused on. So it is a sunny day here. I'm signing off and going off to the beach. And may you all have a safe and happy Labor Day weekend. And if all goes well, you'll see me back in Windermere, Florida on Monday.